This is the Robert Street public housing estate in Northcote. It is scheduled for a $9 million redevelopment for elderly persons housing and is about to be demolished. While the development is welcome given the lengthy public housing waiting lists, 40,000 as of September 2007, the development should not proceed before questions about asbestos safety on the site during the demolition are appropriately answered. 47 units, contamination with 3 different types of asbestos. Just days before asbestos removal works are to begin, a range of questions are still unanswered about the management of asbestos during the demolition of this site. We still don't have an asbestos control plan. The public is still not fully informed about the extent of asbestos on the site, and the steps to protect the park from residual contamination are still unclear. Some of these questions may be answered at this Friday's public meeting at 6 p.m. the 28th of March here at Baden Morgan Reserve. However, at this late stage before the demolition, the public will have inadequate time to consider released information before the works proceed. The estate is adjacent to the Baden Morgan Reserve and Children's Playground. We see here that the estate is also immediately adjacent to a new apartment development fronting High Street. Looking from the reserve adjacent to the Robert Street flats, we see that the estate and the park sit in a built-up residential area. Reports by locals suggest looting of this site for copper piping and other materials. A number of people have been seen jumping the fence, and there's debris lying around the site, such as this sink. There's also evidence for other activity on the site not connected with the demolition works. The obvious unauthorised access that is occurring at this site is not an argument to rush demolition before asbestos questions have been answered. Instead, it highlights a need for the site to be adequately secured before works begin. The acid test for the management of asbestos during the demolition of Robert Street Northcote is whether parents feel comfortable bringing their children to play here after the demolition is complete. We should be able to play with our children here at the park without fear of residual contamination, and having been fully informed about the measures taken to address asbestos safety on the site. Fiona Richardson, local MP for Northcote, must answer the public's questions about asbestos on this site, release the appropriate information, and support a postponement of the works until the community is able to satisfy itself that the correct steps are being taken to ensure public health given the presence of asbestos.